Hey there. We all feel confused at times or a little hazy about the direction of our business or of our life. With all that's going on in the world, it can get kind of overwhelming. But today, I want you to grab a pen and paper and be ready because I'm going to teach you something that is going to change your success and give you the tool you need to achieve at least one of your goals. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Nancy Quinn. I'm a business coach and body language trainer to interior designers and other creative entrepreneurs. Before we get started, and while you're grabbing that pen and paper, click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you will be notified of my future videos. So, are you ready to change the course of your entire year? Let's do this. So as an interior designer, you need to watch this because I want to get you from being fuzzy and hazy in the future direction of your business and maybe even your life to real clarity. How this came up for me is that I recently became an NLP practitioner. That stands for Neuro Linguistic Programming. Now, what does it really do? I'm going to read you the definition right from my computer. It is an approach to communication, personal development, and psychotherapy created by Richard Bandler and some others. And here's the thing. It gives you that vision of what your life could be and actually helps you lay out how you're going to get there. And there's this one exercise that was so powerful for me that I wanted to help you do this exercise as well. So this is going to be kind of a mini version, but I think it could be very powerful for you. What I did with it was decide that in this year, I want to lose 30 pounds. 30 pounds, that's a lot of weight. So I gave myself a year, 12 months. What I did was then picture myself a year from now. And my best friend came up to me and goes, "Oh my God, how did you do it?" And I wrote down, I visualized being a year from now, exactly what I did to get there. So I said things like, and I wrote them down as I'm going through this exercise, it's a year from now. How did I do it? Okay, went back to Weight Watchers, which always worked for me. I hired a personal trainer, which I used to be, and I know that every personal trainer needs a personal trainer. And I drank more water. And I brushed my teeth after dinner and little things like that. And I was writing them down because I was imagining me telling my friend how I did it. And then I flipped it. A year from now, someone comes up to me and says, "Oh, I guess you didn't make it. Like, I know you tried. Why didn't you make it?" And I started saying things like, "I went out too much. I had too much wine during the year. I didn't focus on it. I didn't make it a priority." And when I finished that exercise, my how I did it and why I didn't do it and why it didn't work was basically combined my formula for success and became my no excuses. If I do everything that's on my list for how I got there, and then why didn't I get there, make sure those things don't happen, there is no way that I could fail at losing my 30 pounds. Does this make sense so far? I hope so. Now I want you to apply this to something in your business life. I'm going to try to make this very simple. It could be, I need to redo my website by 6 months from now. And you go, okay, 6 months from now, you did it. You did it and you feel excited and you're visualizing the fact that it's done and you love it. And your friend or colleague comes up to you and goes, "Oh my God, you did it. Your website looks amazing. How did you do it?" And what you end up saying are things like, "You know what? I sat down one day and I wrote out my bio and I took 2 weeks to research how to write a bio for a website. I looked at other people's bios and I figured out how I wanted it to look. I hired a photographer to take pictures of the jobs that I've done so I have content to put on my website. I hired a web designer. I researched 3 different ones. I interviewed them and I hired one of them." And all the steps that made you successfully up that website. I think you get my drift. And then you think of yourself 6 months from now and you go, "You know what? I never got my website done." Why didn't I get it done? I focused on other things. I ended up buying a program that I never even ended up doing. I didn't manage my time properly. I never interviewed 3 web designers, and all the reasons why you didn't get it done. Now you combine those 2 lists, and if you really want to make this a priority in your life, and this is something you really want and need, you now have the formula that you cannot fail if you follow the program. And then you have to create the habits and the timeline to get it done. And we're going to talk about that a little bit next. So if you have a business goal, I want you to try to apply this methodology, the as if you got it done and as if you didn't get it done, and write down all the reasons why you got it done and the reasons why you did not. So just as a little added bonus, I would like to talk about 5 tips that can help you get your business goals done. So number 1 is to eliminate distractions and overwhelm the best you can, at least once a week, where you can concentrate on those activities that take a little bit more concentration. And how do you do that? Number 1, eliminate distractions and overwhelm. Number 2, you need to create space in your life, both physically and emotionally, to be able to focus on your goal. Things don't happen when you're moving along at top speed, like a subway. You need to get off at a stop and say, this is my space to get this done. Number 3, I want to remind everyone, and this is something I remind my Profit Insiders for interior designers on a regular basis, slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. I can't say that enough. You can't rush through things. You can't feel like you've got to get them done overnight, because what happens? Then you're going to end up having to redo them. And we don't want you to do that. So slow it down and make sure you're doing it the way you want to do it, the right way. Number 4, I want you to think about what really gets you results. What has been successful in the past? Are you focusing on things that don't get you results, or are you focusing on the things that do get you results? I want you to pay attention to those, because that's really important, and everyone is different. And the last thing is identify. This is number 5. Identify what really matters in your business. A lot of us do busy work. I hate busy work. I don't do busy work. I do the work that's needed to get the result that I want in my business. So if it's marketing I need, I make sure I do my marketing. If it's selling I need to do, I make sure I do my selling, and I cut out all those distractions. So I hope this was helpful for you today. Please click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified of more things. And comment below while you're down there and let me know what you think of my tips, my videos, or anything else you want me to talk about. And I'll see you next time. Bye now.